This is MPU's Voice for the People. I'm coming out to you. I called out some racist idiot on TikTok for a lot of his stupid, idiotic comments, and I think a lot of these people who are so eager to shut me up tend to forget that there's more than one social media platform that I actually am on. YouTube being one of them. In fact, my YouTube channel has been one of my oldest platforms ever. I got over 300 videos. And I got over 300 subscribers. So, you know, there's a lot of people out there who do watch me and listen. I can honestly say, though, that we are at an impasse right now. We are reaching a crucial point in our people's history. And we are reaching...
What is it?
From the bank, but they're trying to get me to buy into whole life insurance.
And we are reaching a point in our in our country and the time for the indigenous people as a whole where we're teetering on that fine line between sanity and oblivion. And I see a lot of people saying this one and a lot of people saying the other way. I see a lot of comments coming from both sides. I would tell anybody, please, do everybody a favor and before you resort to violence and before you resort to, you know, that sheer brash, stupid, outright need to lash out, we got to consider that it's better to exhaust every other non-violent solution possible to the issues regarding the First Nations people of the Western Hemisphere. That includes myself as well. If I could sit there and avoid every other option other than violence, I will do so. Because honestly, I don't believe I hate violence. I'd rather avoid the stain of violence whenever I can. And overall, it never actually solves anything except gets a lot of people killed. Sorry, very seldomly does violence actually work. If it's a one-on-one conflict between two people who are fighting all the time, once in a while, it's good to let the two people kind of, you know, fight it out and just beat the crap out of each other. Because after they've gotten that initial anger, I want to hit you phase out of their system, they're too tired and too beaten up to actually be angry at one another. Then they could actually sit down and talk. But no, in all fairness, considering the last 500 years that have gone on, and our people have been silenced again and again and again and again, after all is said and done, you know, for the first time on YouTube, TikTok, and other platforms, we actually have a voice and people are listening and watching. And we can't, and we're not being silenced. For the first time, in ever, since this shit started, we do have a voice, and now we're feeling out and realizing that who the troublemakers really are. Because the more we have a voice, the more those who are actually, you know, Trump supporters and racist people, and the common word that's being used on TikTok is colonizer. We're feeling out who they are and who they're not. And, you know, fortunately for us, the racist, entitled, self-absorbed, overly inflated sense of self idiots are coming out of the woodworks and showing themselves. They're showing their true colors and they're showing where they stand. And the sad part about that is they're missing out on a lot. They're missing out on a chance at a new beginning, a diplomatic beginning. A beginning of what America could be. A beginning of what America could be and what should be. And unfortunately, after all these years, there's still a large group of people on this planet who haven't learned a damn thing. But there is a large group of people who have learned a lot. And you know what? And my people, we have our hearts and our love go out to those who showed support. For those who wore orange in solidarity on July 1st and July 4th, our hearts go out to everybody who has been there for us since day one, and thank you. To the people who had me silenced and blocked from posting on TikTok, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank you because it shows now that I pissed you off and I got under your skin. You didn't really offend me. You didn't bother me. I'm not perturbed by it. But you've shown me through and through that yes, you can be bothered. Yes, you can be pissed off. I got under your skin. I now showed you how the hell it feels to be in our shoes. You didn't like it, did you? Welcome to our world. Yeah, did that hurt? Good. That's exactly how we feel when you say racist, bigoted shit to us. When crimes are committed and our children are murdered, and not a single criminal is locked up in jail, where people spend a single day in prison for the things that they do. Now you know how we feel. So it actually felt good to know that I got under the skin of somebody who is, you know, entitled, racist, who has an overly inflated sense of self, who thinks that after all is said and done, that because they're born into privilege, that they have a say in everything that's going on. Well, I hate to tell you this, but in our Constitution, outside of social media, you have a voice. But on places like TikTok and in social media, you're not going to have too much of a voice. I'm sorry about that. You know, if and when Donald Trump starts one of his own social media platforms, by all means, go ahead and do that. But in our realm, you're going to be shot down, you're going to be put in your place, and you're going to be shut up right away, because that backwards thinking is what's killing people, and we're tired of it. We're genuinely tired of it. To all my other indigenous brothers and sisters, do not let people like that get to you. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it. Don't sit there and stitch their videos. Don't go off on a rant. You know, there's a handful of people out there who do go off on a rant and piss them off. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wear a disguise on camera. I love to piss off racist people. You know, everybody else, let me take the punishment for all of you. Let me do that. Let me bore the brunt of it so that you don't have to.